Salutations, mortals and children of the night. I am the Vampire Otaku, and in this video, I would like to talk about a few Volume 1 mangas that I've read, my opinions on them, and if I want to continue these series. Let's get into it. So if you're like me, you collect a lot of new series, whether they're novels or manga or comic books, graphic novels, etc. And you might not finish, everything else that you own or everything else that you're reading. My to-be read list is massive. But I like it like that. I always have something new to read. If I'm reading something depressing, I could switch to something more upbeat or more wholesome, or vice versa. Sometimes I'll collect a Volume 1 just because the cover looks good and I go in blind, hoping that the story looks as good as the art or looks as good as, whatever it is that I know about the story. With these series that I've checked out, the art looks really good, the covers look really good, and I heard good things about most of them. Some of them I just completely went in blind. I want to show you what these series are, a little bit of details on the inside of the mangas and manhwa. One of them is a manhwa. If I'm excited about, getting a Volume 2 or reading the next volume or, collecting all of it. So first one is Skip and Loafer. I read this first volume. Started off a little bit slow, but it really picked up. I really enjoy the characters. They're very lifelike. They're very relatable, and their dialogue is not NPC, not robotic. It feels natural. Everything about this manga feels natural. The art, the banter between the characters, and the direction of the story. This was a fabulous Volume 1. The art is simplistic, but it's not boring, and it's very clean. Like, the printing of this series is very good. The shadowing is good. Facial expressions are excellent. This is a really good manga if you are in the market for a romance, a quirky romance. I love quirky romances. You got Mysterious Girlfriend X, you got Maisi Nikoku, you got High Score Girl. I love all of these really strange romances. Next we have In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. This first volume was a banger. Like, it starts off super strong, it ends super strong. I absolutely can't wait to read the rest of them. I think right now there's 5 volumes in total, and I'm probably gonna binge it. I'm gonna wait for a while till get maybe 8 or 9 volumes in. I'm just gonna read all of it. The art is absolutely incredible. The banter between the characters are incredible. These characters they're not natural, but they're super interesting to read about and learn about. And just the way that they connect with each other, very interesting. I really enjoyed reading this, and I can't wait to read more. The first manga, Skip and Loafer, I'm also very, very excited to read more of it. I believe I have 6 or 7 volumes of it so far, so I'm also going to binge that. I'm a big fan of binging good stories. Next story I want to talk about is Crossplay Love. This story is super cute. It's a little on the small side, kind of an anemic volume, but the art is so nice. The art's incredible. The character development, it's minuscule, but the pacing fits. I love the way the hair is drawn and the facial expressions are awesome. The characters in this story are really fun. They're not natural, they're not believable, but they're just really fun to read about. And also they're so unique. Their designs, the way that they react to each other and to situations that they go through. And it's kind of a case of dual identity for these two main characters as they dress up as the opposite sex for their own reasons. You know, one gains confidence, the other does it for a job, and it's super interesting how their personalities change with their makeup and their hair. It's a super fun story to read, how they act when they're not dressed up versus how they act when they are. Very excited to read the rest of that. Like, I had to really stop myself, like, all right, let's wait till some more volumes come out. There's only like 4 volumes. I just wanted to read all of it, so that's a telltale sign that you have a powerful volume 1. And the last one, Remarried Empress, the manhwa. This one is really heavy. It's all full color. The art's absolutely beautiful. When I first started reading it, the dialogue was really weak. The story was cookie cutter, basic. I really wasn't having a good time. But I kept reading it because I didn't want to judge it before I at least finished the first volume. I want to say towards the middle of the volume, probably like chapter 3, chapter 4, it really improved. It just, I don't know exactly how, but the dialogue got really good. There are obviously characters in this manga or manhwa that I can't stand, and they got less, page time. They got less time in the story, and other characters were starting to develop and get more. The main character, the Empress, amazing. Like, she's very intelligent, very fair and just. They say she's cold, but she's just very logical. The king or the emperor, he wants somebody that's malleable, somebody he can bend to his whim, and she's not like that. And I like that about her. I think she's a really compelling character, and I would be her friend for sure. There's a prince in this story. He's everything that I think a prince should be: handsome, cunning, quick-witted, intelligent. He's an awesome character. Be it a stereotype, he's still an amazing character. And as I was reading this, the first half, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have purchased this. Maybe I should sell it or get my money back. And towards the last half, I was just excited for the prince and the empress. Like, I really want to see her remarried. I think who she's married to is a piece of trash. He's a terrible character, terrible person. And he treats her so less than what she's worth. As I read more into the story, I wanted more for the empress. And I just wanted to see less of the emperor and his mistress. His mistress is trash, terrible character. Very manipulative, kind of an idiot, always has a hidden agenda. So those characters made me dislike the story, but there's so many great characters within the story. The empress's loyal subjects, they're amazing. Instead of, the empress treating her subjects like commoners or less than, they're like friends. They look out for each other, which I thought was a lovely dynamic. This story is really fun to read. Definitely not the first half, but the second half. I just found myself on the edge of my seat, like, oh, I can't wait till she gets divorced. Can't wait till she starts over and, gets away from this emperor. He's terrible. Like, he doesn't beat her or anything, but he just treats her like crap, basically. And he talks down to her, and he's very controlling, but she's not controllable. She's fair, she's logical, but she's not going to let you do whatever you want to do with her. She's not a welcome mat. And I love that about her character. So yeah, those are the books, the volume 1s that I read within the last couple of weeks. I'm reading Given right now, and then I'm probably going to read a few other mangas, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about them and if I recommend them. By the way, of all these mangas, I recommend all of them. They're like mostly romances, so if you're not into romance, obviously I don't really recommend them. But if you're not into romance, I would say maybe give In the Clear Moonlight or Moonlit Dusk a chance, because it's just so well done. Like, you might not be into the genre, but this might change your mind. And if it doesn't, worth a shot. I need to read a few more action mangas because I've been reading mostly romance lately. I've just been in the mood for it. I like the character development. Also, just seeing who reacts to what and what happens when a certain character falls in love or falls out of love, or they discover what love truly is to them. There's like the sky's the limit, even if the genre is oversaturated. I think that romance is a very important genre, and I think that it's something that shouldn't be taken lightly, and I think everybody should give it a try. Don't just read shonen all your life. Try some shoujo, try some romance, try some, some josei. Not saying that josei and shoujo are only romances, because they have a lot of action as well, but I'm just saying broaden your horizons and try something different. You may really fall in love with some stories that you didn't think you'd like. With that being said, thank you so much for listening to my banter, subscribing and liking the videos and all that YouTuber stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. If you are interested in any of these mangas, check them out. Let me know what you think about them. Or if you have some romances of your own that you like and enjoy, tell me in the comments below. Peace.